This full movie retrospective contains spoilers for these Planet of the Apes titles, as well as for last year's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. There are time codes in the description if you want to jump around. We good on that? Great. It's time to begin. The Planet of the Apes franchise is big in the mid-1900s. It's been revealed now that Tim Burton would be directing his own Planet of the Apes film. And this is where we begin. A retrospective that will chronologically chronologize the Planet of the Apes trilogy up to the newest film. This is Planet of the Apes, a complete retrospective. The movie. Development of this remake began in the late 1980s because 20th Century Fox president Craig Berman was impressed by Adam Rickland's filmmaking on Never on Tuesday in 1968. Rickman was brought to the studio to pitch ideas for films. And Rickman, being a fan of Planet of the Apes, wanted to make a movie based on it. And it happened. As Alan Rickman wasn't actually tasked to direct. No. That honor would go to one Tim Burton, a director who wasn't known very well in the mid-1900s. Only known for making movies like Nightmare Before Christmas. That was it. Soon casting got underway. First beginning with the cast of some of the main ape characters meant to take the stage. With Tim Roth as General Thade, Helen Bonham Carter as the ape Ari, meant to take on the Nova role from Planet of the Apes, the original. Michael Clay Duncan as Conor Altar, and many more. But then the human cast began to take the stage. But then news on the human cast began to take the stage. Beginning with the addition of Mark Wahlberg to the cast as the main protagonist. Good, and what are... Now, where was I before I got interrupted? Right, but then the human ape slaves began to be cast as Estella Warren was cast as Deanna, with many other cast members taking the stage. With the cast members in place, filming immediately kicked off. As Burton wanted to begin filming in 2000 and but it was pushed back to November 6, 2000. As filming ended in April of 2000, audiences were left antsy on the outside. Well, it was mid in 2000 where the first teaser trailer was released online, showing footage that didn't get fans really big on the idea that this film was going to tell. But it was in mid 2001 when an official full trailer was released online. And this trailer shows not much footage. Well, it shows a lot of footage, but not a lot of footage you would want to see and end up getting spoiled. But finally, the day arrived. On July 27th, 2001, audiences would journey to theaters for Tim Burton's only Planet of the Apes film. And this film didn't do well at the box office. As a matter of fact, this film was hated by critics. And Burton's track record with critics is very spotty. With a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes, audiences wondered where would Planet of the Apes go next. Nah, we're not done yet. In 2006, Rick Jaffa was asked to remake Planet of the Apes with a reboot, meant to tell more of a prequel story, if you will. A prequel taking us into the mid-1980s version of the Planet of the Apes trilogy film saga. Sorry, somehow I had a little technical difficulties, but I'm back. As the human cast were already set to take the stage, with James Franco, Fierro Pinto, and many others were cast in lead roles. As filming officially kicked off in Vancouver in July of 2010. And this movie only had one hope, that it would be better than Tim Burton's idea. The marketing didn't really begin right away. As a matter of fact, the marketing didn't kick off until the early months of the year. In June of 2011, the marketing officially kicked into high gear, beginning with the first full teaser trailer for audiences beginning in June of 2011 with the first teaser trailer. Now, this made fans worried about another Planet of the Apes dud, as the late in the day marketing startup really could hurt a movie. Even though Planet of the Apes would show nothing at the Super Bowl, Rise of the Planet of the Apes continued to get fans excited. Because on June 23rd of 2011, audiences could because on July 5th of 2011, a full trailer was released online. Finally, showing real footage from the blockbuster film idea. But it all led to August 1st, 2011, where finally audiences could journey to theaters for what promised to be the next Planet of the Apes adventure. And unlike the Tim Burton film, this one's better. This film went good at the box office, cranking in $481.80 million at the box office. And this time, the Rotten Tomatoes scores were even better. With a sequel already slated. But sadly, Rutherford Ward would not return in the director's chair. Yep, he didn't want to return in the director's chair. As most of the original cast would actually return, with new cast members like Jason Clarke as Malcolm, a leader of an underground human resistance, Gary Oldman as Darius, an ex-police officer, Ken Russell as Alexander Malcolm, and many more. As director Rutherford Ward committed on possible sequels, but sadly, they did not agree with his plan. A matter of fact, 20th Century Studios split, bringing in director of the Batman, Matt Reeves, who directed The Batman. Stay tuned, though. I will be doing the DCU retrospective full movie soon. That one will be coming soon, I promise. I'm just working on it. But as filming officially began in April of 2013, audiences got antsy. When would we see the first trailer? When would we get some footage? Well, sadly, the first footage wouldn't actually happen yet. Matter of fact, the movie was still in production, leading to its 2014 release. But it all led to December 18th, 2013, where finally audiences got the first look at Planet of the Apes, Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes in the form of a teaser trailer. Not showing much footage, matter of fact, it's just a glorified teaser, clocking in at only 1 minute and 32 seconds. But this showed all the big stuff that this film would show. But if you thought that was it was followed by the first teaser poster. But marketing would continue to let up, as it all led to the year in June of 2014, images began to come thick and fast for the Planet of the Apes sequel. Because, boom, a full theatrical poster was released online. Oh, if you think that was it, you're in for a treat. Because it all led to June 18th, 2014, where finally an official full trailer was released for audiences to sink their teeth into. And this trailer was revealing, at best. It was a revealing trailer that even I would skip. But it all led to July 11th, 2014, where finally audiences could journey back to theaters for the next in the Planet of the Apes film saga. This trailer's more revealing than others. This movie is good, but I wouldn't say it's better than Rise, really. It did do well at the box office, cranking in $710.60 million at the box office. And with a 91%, audiences were wondering about a sequel. It would be confirmed that a sequel would happen. With almost all the original cast returning, with some new players, including Ariana Miller as Nova. This really cements it into the world of the Planet of the Apes film series. As Matt Reeves would return in the director's chair. But it all led to the year 2015, where in October of 2015, principal photography began to heat up. There was no footage. A matter of fact, there was no footage because behind the scenes footage was aired on television on television screens on November 22nd, 2015. As part of a contest announcement presented by director Matt Reeves and Andy Serkis. But real footage aired during The Walking Dead on on the AMC network, finally giving audiences some real footage. As it all led to October 6, 2016. We're playing before Walking Dead on AM. We're playing during an episode of Walking Dead on the AMC. On AMC, audiences got their first look at got their first official footage for War of the Planet of the Apes. Clocking in at only 45 seconds. This is a teaser in every sense of the word. Not even showing any footage. But if you thought they were done, marketing continued to pick up as the clock turned to the year. Because in March of 2017, a full theatrical trailer was released online. Also with the official reveal of the film's theatrical poster, showing Caesar riding a horse with Nova on his back. Because it led to March 30th, 2017, where finally real footage was released online. Andy Serkis even confirmed that a video game would be in the works. But it all led to July 14th, 2017, where finally audiences could return to theaters for the last of the Planet of the Apes 20th Century Fox trilogy. And this film is bad good, but it ranked in a good 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. And ranking in the same but with less than Dawn, audiences wondered if there would be another sequel. Well, after Disney bought the rights to 20th Century Fox, they immediately began to work on a sequel. But with no sign of Matt Reeves to continue on, Matt Westfall was brought into the picture to direct an all-new film for the Planet of the Apes saga. As actually, Matt Reeves had an idea for a fourth film, but after Disney bought the rights, his idea was scrapped. As casting immediately began to kick off. Beginning with Odin Trudge joined as the film's lead motion capture role. Freya Allen and Peter McCallum joined later on. All leading to the reveal of, as it all led to principal photography beginning on October of 2022 at the Disney Studios Austria in Sydney. On a working title, The Forbidden Zone. As filming continued in February of 2023, we were given the first news of a title. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, as the news officially broke in the late months of the year of November that Dawn of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has finished production? Well, they just revealed the first teaser. They just revealed the name of the movie. But it all led to November 2nd, 2023, where finally audiences would journey back, and audiences would get their first look at Dawn of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes in the form of a teaser trailer. Clanking it at 1 minute and 40 seconds, this is where the trailer immediately kicks off. But marketing didn't let up. as it all led to the year 2024, where marketing would pick up at Disney's biggest event of the year, the Super Bowl, where finally, during the game, audiences were given their second official look at Planet of the Apes in the form of a Super Bowl spot. Only promising if you went to the official 20th Century Fox YouTube channel, you would get a new trailer. And they were right. A new full trailer was released online after the game. But it all led to my birthday on April 30th, 2024, where a final trailer was released where on June 23rd of 2024, audiences were given the second full trailer online. Claiming at 1 minute and 11 seconds, this trailer doesn't show much, but it was nothing compared to what was revealed on my birthday, April 30th, 2024. Where finally, after a new theatrical poster was released the day before, audiences could see the full trailer clocking at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. This film shows the more action and spectacle this Planet of the Apes film would entail. But it all led to the year May 10th, 2024. Where finally audiences could return to theaters for the Planet of the Apes' first film under the Disney banner. And this film's great. Even though an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes isn't bad, it got a cool 397 million. Where are we now? The year is 2025. And the Planet of the Apes saga is over for now. Even though a new film is meant to be another sequel, the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has already been set for 2027. Meaning that after next year, I will be returning. So don't worry, I'm not done with the Planet of the Apes retrospective just yet. I'll be back in 2017. I'll be back probably in 2027 to continue this retrospective. But until then, I'm focusing on my next retrospective. Now, I know what you're thinking. Will it be the Planet of the Apes films? Will it be a full DC movie retrospective? No. Instead, I'm going to be doing a retrospective on one movie that I've seen. A movie saga that was direct-to-video DVD, but it's one of my favorites. The Buddies franchise. This will be a three-parter, but here's how I'm gonna do it. I'll give each of the movies their own version, starting with the Christmas movie Snow Buddies. And I'll see you guys later.